Hello everyone, the video presentation today is about my dissertation, and the title of the dissertation is How can a large UK health and well-being company best cultivate well-being in the workplace under COVID-19? Well-being in the workplace has long been a heated topic among researchers because well-being of employees can exert influences on organizations to a large extent. It is obvious that COVID-19 has been a new challenge for organizations to cultivate well-being in the workplace, both physically and mentally. Although the company studied in this dissertation has prioritized individual well-being for a long time, well-being in the workplace has been negatively influenced since the breakout of COVID-19. I divided my presentation into 5 parts. The first is the research aim and objectives. The most important research aim of the dissertation is to answer the following research question, and the following objectives are directed to meet the above aim. Next, let's move on to the literature review, which has been divided into 3 main parts. The first is the definition and importance of workplace well-being. Employee well-being should include every aspect of employees' working life. Physical, mental, and social aspects are of core value of well-being in the workplace. And financial healthy organizations are those which are successful in maintaining and retaining a workforce that are of good physical and mental health. And next, I will talk about 3 aspects of workplace well-being. The first, physical well-being in the workplace, is related to physical illness and diseases. In the past, various chronic diseases, including diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and cancer, have been studied by researchers. However, more concerns about physical well-being in the workplace are on COVID-19. The second, mental well-being, is about emotional states and mental illness and diseases. More attention has been paid to mental health in recent years as a shift away from just focusing on physical risks. And the third aspect is well-being trade-offs. Well-being in the workplace is characterized as multidimensional, and the relationship between different dimensions are complex, so well-being trade-offs do exist. The third part about the literature review is some measures to cultivate workplace well-being. After the breakout of COVID-19, UK government has launched a series of regulations aiming to improving physical working conditions in order to prevent the spread of the pandemic, thus promoting employee physical well-being. And the second measure is to support working from home. Home working caused by the pandemic is involuntary, unplanned, and of total share. So organizations were supposed to support working from home under the COVID-19 to ensure employees' healthy mental well-being. And the third measure is to reduce work-related stress. There are several common work-related stressors, like heavy workload and different management styles. COVID-19 has brought new stressors to workplace, and to alleviate these new stressors, managers should take some measures and promote mental well-being in the workplace. In this dissertation, interpretivism is adopted. Guided by inductive method, qualitative approach will be used to collect and analyze those natural language data from the organization. More specifically, a qualitative survey was carried out through asking 17 employees 9 open-ended questions concerning workplace well-being. The qualitative survey was presented online, and the form of the survey was made by means of Microsoft Forms. Through the data gathered by this qualitative method and in accordance with literature review, I've got 5 main research findings. Firstly, the data illustrated that employees in the organization regarded mental well-being as the most important part among different aspects of workplace well-being mentioned in the literature review. Also, participants pointed out that their well-being especially the mental well-being, has declined since the pandemic. Secondly, the core value of this health and well-being organization is to put the people that work within the organization first. Also, many participants concurred that the organization prioritized good workplace well-being as it claimed. However, some other participants questioned about the organization's priority of enhancing employee well-being, despite admitting some exist initiatives. Thirdly, in terms of working from home, although the majority of workers positively appreciated the benefits of remote working, some participants raised concern that working from home during the COVID-19 has caused problems on workplace well-being. Fourthly, on the one hand, several participants highlighted that high workload is the key stressor to their work, which is consistent with the common stressor mentioned in the literature review. Moreover, for this national large health and well-being company, the pandemic has put much more pressure on it and its staffs. It was pointed out that this COVID-enforced high workload has made employees more stressful at work. On the other hand, some participants argue that their poor relationship with colleagues is another key stressor. Last but not least, the organization did play a proactive role in promoting employee well-being. Participants confirmed that the organization had some measures in place to stop health issues before they become bigger problems. Additionally, respondents positively remarked that they have received some tailored support when experiencing stress at work. However, the data illustrated that some participants had doubts about the proactive role in enhancing workplace well-being of the organization. The last part of this video presentation is about discussion and some recommendations. All in all, the health and well-being company are supposed to act a more proactive role while focusing more on employee mental well-being. And secondly, the organization was supposed to communicate with employees more often to make them be increasingly absorbed in the workplace, promote support from team members through digital communication approaches, and help to set clear boundaries between work and life. And the third, the most important thing is to reduce work-related stress. As we discussed before, the key stressor in the workplace for the company is COVID-enforced high workload. So it's recommended that the corporate should adopt some organizational approaches to cope with high workload in the workplace. Fundamentally, by adopting person-organization fit approach while recruiting, this organization can recruit those employees who are more productive and of a long tenure, thus alleviating work overload to a larger extent. Secondly, redesigning the jobs and the process of human resource and management, as well as setting the realistic deadlines for all the staffs, are essential for this organization to address the workload problem. Due to the time limit of this video presentation, I can only present some key points of my dissertation. Hope you can understand the research by this video. Thanks for your time and thanks for listening.